Okay, let's continue, 'no. So, I hope nakapag-health break na kayo or nakapag-snacks. So, continuation tayo with the classics, toxic and infectious substances. So, under the classics, we have the dangerous goods are toxics or infectious substances that can cause serious injury or death if it is inhaled, swallowed, or come into contacts with our skin. So we have the two division, we have the 6.1 and the 6.2. So for our 6.1, we have the toxic substances, and for the division 2, we have the infectious substances, 6.2 rather. So for the 6.1 toxic substances, dangerous goods are toxic substances that can seriously harm or kill people, even if in a small amounts. Bakit? These substances can enter the body by breathing them in or touching the skin or swallowing them. Because they are very dangerous, these class 6.1 substances are grouped based on how toxic they are, and only trained personnel are allowed to handle and transport them. For example, the include the arsenic, cyanides, pesticides, lead compounds, chloroform, hydroperoxide, and the hydrogen sulfide. So that is the toxic chemicals that we are referring into the toxic substances. Then we have the infectious substances under the 6.2 of the uh, under this class 6.2, dangerous goods are substances that are known or likely to contain pathogens that can cause disease in humans or animals. So these substances are also known as the infectious substances. So the class 6.2 dangerous goods are infectious substances that contains germs such as the bacteria, viruses, parasites. So these materials are often found in the medical samples, biological products, or clinical waste. So exposure to 6.2 can cause serious illness like permanent disability or even death, which is why strict handling and safety procedures are required for the people who are going to handle or storage these substances. And the 6.2 dangerous goods are known as likely to contain pathogens. So medical or clinical such as the sharps, swabs, gloves, and bandages. Also, it contains germs and the bacteria. Pa- Patient with the specimens such as blood, urine, tissues, and body parts, genetically modified organisms, and infected animals. So that is the under the infectious substances. Then for the class 7, we have the radioactive material. Then for our class 7, dangerous goods are radioactive materials. These substances give off the invisible radiation that can harmful to people and animals. So if it is not properly packed or handled, they can also contaminate ships, aircraft, and equipment. So the example of these class 7 materials include the medical items like the X-ray equipment, radioactive medicines, measuring devices such as the radiation gauge, smoke detectors are also part of this, radioactive ores, spent fuel rods, and radioactive isotopes like uranium and the uh, tritium. Then we have the next one, the class 8, which is the corrosive substances. So under the class 8, dangerous goods are corrosive substances that can cause severe damage to skin and other materials. They can also be in a solid or liquid form. So class 8 dangerous goods are corrosive substances. These materials can burn or destroy skin, ice, and other materials like metal. They can also come into contact with them, and they can be in solid or liquid form. So common example of these acids like the hydrochloric, sulfuric, nitric acid, and strong bases such as the sodium hydroxide, the battery acid, the dyes, fire extinguisher chemicals, formaldehyde, flux, and some paints. So that is the corrosive substances. And lastly, we have the class 9, the miscellaneous dangerous substances and articles. So for our class 9, dangerous goods are materials that are dangerous during transport, but do not belong to the other dangerous goods classes. Even though they are different from each other, they still require special handling. For example, include the lithium batteries, marine pollutants, and other harm the environment, hot liquids transported at high temperatures, genetically modified organisms, airbag modules, asbestos, and dry ice. So again, that is the end of our topic, which is the classes of our dangerous goods. Again, we have a types of dangerous goods and we have a nine classes. So first we have the explosives, then we have the gases, then we have the combustible liquids, flammable solid, oxidizers, the toxic gases, the radioactive, corrosive, and we have the miscellaneous. So for our topic of today, to wrap up, no, uh, so to wrap up our topic for today, no, dangerous goods are materials that can cause harm to to people, ships, cargo, and other environment if it is not handled properly. So that's why we have this labeling system and labeling these dangerous goods in order for us to know which is the proper handling and kung saan siya nakakategorize. So they are grouped into nine classes based on their type of danger and their presence, such as the explosions, fire toxicity and radiation, corrosion, or environmental damage. So understanding these classes helps seafarers know how to identify, handle, stow, label, and transport dangerous goods safely on board ships. So proper knowledge of dangerous goods reduces accidents on board, protects lives, and ensures compliance with international maritime safety regulations. So again, thank you everyone for listening. Then uh, I will post this one online, no, through our YouTube, and you can subscribe and also check for our Google Classroom. I will going to post our activity or wait for my instructions what we're going to have a quiz or activity or exercises for today. So for now, that is the end of our discussion for our week one. And we'll have another discussion for another topic next week. And thank you very much for your listening.